Breaking news, the woman who fell from Niagara Falls with her 2 children, authorities now say actually jumped. Authorities say they responded around 9 p.m. on Monday to Niagara.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're most welcome. Before we get started, if you like content that spreads awareness and encourages important conversations, make sure to hit that like button, comment your thoughts below, and of course subscribe to the channel so you never miss an upload. So today we're going to be talking about a very interesting story. We're going to watch some clips together and then I'll be back with my 2 cents afterwards. So let's get in.
Breaking news, the woman who fell from Niagara Falls with her 2 children, authorities now say actually jumped. Authorities say they responded around 9 p.m. on Monday to Niagara Falls after a woman, quote, stepped over the guardrail. Authorities also stated the 33-year-old had her 2 children with her. One of them was a 5-month-old baby. According to New York State Police, the fall from where she went over the guardrail was about 200 feet down. Officials say as of Wednesday, they have not been able to locate any of the children or their mother. The mother was a domestic violence counselor. Authorities say they have been able to determine that she did not fall and that it was intentional based on a series of messages. These messages were posts detailing her heartbreak and split from the father of her children. One of them said, quote, "I wish someone would love me because the man that's supposed to does not." In another one, she said, quote, "Everyone please leave me alone. I'm in love with my daughter's father." On October 1st, she said, quote, "I want my family back. Respectfully, IDGAF what I said about him before or anyone else thinks of him." In a statement released by authorities, they said, quote, "The investigation has determined that this incident was intentional in nature, though the circumstances remain under investigation."
Wow, there's a lot to unpack here, and honestly, this case is devastating on many levels. First and foremost, I want to acknowledge that Miss Chianti Means was more than just a headline or a statistic. She was a mother, a daughter, and a woman who was struggling emotionally. And looking at her social media posts, we can all see the pain she was feeling. She openly expressed feelings of heartbreak, feelings of loneliness, and longing for the father of her children. These were not just words, these were cries for help. And unfortunately, we live in a world where people often dismiss or overlook these signs. Now, one thing that really stands out to me is how common these feelings of isolations are. Many people who struggle with depression and suicidal thoughts feel unheard, unloved, and like there's no way out. This is why awareness and conversations like this are so crucial. What is even more heartbreaking is the fact that Shianti Means worked as a domestic violence counselor. It's a reminder that even those who help others sometimes struggle in silence themselves. Mental health does not discriminate. It affects people from all backgrounds, professions, and walks of life. I really relate to this story deeply because I personally have attempted suicide many times, and it's gone to an extent where I've lost count. But why I do relate to the story is because my mother is a therapist. She's a child therapist. She's a marriage therapist, and she also helps couples that have gone through divorce with therapy. And when I was going through my own suicidal attempts, people outside me could not understand because they assumed that if I had a mother who is a therapist, things would be so much easier for me. But mental health is more complicated, it's more complex than we think it is. And we have to start listening, we have to start taking these cries for help seriously. I come from a country where It's only now that mental health is starting to be taken a bit seriously, just a bit seriously. But at the times I went through my attempts, and because they happened several times, people now thought I was seeking attention. And it got to an extent where people started saying, if you are really serious about killing yourself, you would do it. Other people said things like, if you really want to kill yourself, you wouldn't be talking about it. You wouldn't be vocal, because the misconception is that people that actually want to end their lives do not talk about it, they do it, right? And it was hard for me to reach out for help when I felt suicidal, because I thought I would be burdening people with my problems. So if you ever see someone expressing these kinds of emotions, don't ignore it. Check in on them and offer support. You never know what someone is going through behind closed doors. Now, let's take a moment to talk about what you can do if you or someone you know is feeling suicidal. Here are 9 things that may help in moments of crisis. The first one is reach out for help, because you're not alone. So call a friend, a family member, or a crisis hotline. I know that in certain countries, suicide hotlines are there, and information is spread about it. Is spread about it passionately, and effort is put in raising awareness. But in other countries, unfortunately, that's not the case. But however, you can always reach out for help. There are people who care and want to help. The second one is talk about your feelings. Bottling up everything makes things worse, and expressing your thoughts and emotions can help relieve the burden. Also, remove immediate dangers. So, if you have access to anything that could harm you, try to distance yourself from it. You can ask a trusted friend to help if necessary. You can also seek professional help. Therapy and counseling can be life changing. There are professionals trained to help you through difficult times. The fifth one is um, self you can create a safety plan. Sorry, identify your triggers, your coping mechanisms, and people you can reach out to when you're feeling low, so that that plan can help in making you feel safe. Engaging in self-care, small things like listening to music, journaling, or even taking a walk can help with shifting your mindset. The seventh one has helped me a lot, and that is avoiding drugs and alcohol. I have been struggling with addiction for over 10 years, and I am 7 months sober. So I'm not saying alcohol is terrible, but we must acknowledge the fact that it is detrimental for some people. So avoid substances that can make negative emotions even worse and can cloud judgment. The eighth one is remember that these feelings are temporary. Pain feels permanent in the moment, but emotions changed. So don't make a permanent decision over temporary emotions. What you're feeling now won't last forever. The ninth, the last but not the least, is know that you matter. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now, your life has value. There are people who love and care about you, even if you don't see it in the moment. So, if you or someone you know is struggling, please reach out for help. There are resources and people who want to support you. I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for watching this video all the way through. Conversations like this aren't easy, but they are necessary. If you found this video helpful or insightful, please give it a like. You can comment your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And most importantly, if you know someone who is struggling with suicidal thoughts, please ask for help. If you are going through it, you're not alone and there is hope. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and take care. Goodbye.